somebody, if he's throwing you into confusion, he will pay the penalty. Who's going to exact that penalty? Jesus. Jesus is the one that died so they could be free. Then he says something very confusing. He says, brothers, if I'm still preaching circumcision, why am I still persecuted? Okay, this is confusing. Did Paul ever preach circumcision? Well, yes, before he became a Christian, yes, he was preaching circumcision to become Jewish, right? And after his conversion, in the area of Galatia, he came across a man named Timothy. Remember Tim? There are two books in the Bible named after him. Okay, they're in your Bible. You got it. Timothy had a Jewish mother and a Greek father. And Paul wanted to take him along in the ministry with him. And the first thing Paul did in the ministry when he went into town, the first place he went was the synagogue. He had Timothy circumcised. Oops. You find that confusing? Titus wasn't circumcised. He made points to Titus. I didn't try that Titus. But they were using the Timothy thing. They were using some history that Paul had and said, you know, this is really confusing because Paul used to circumcise people he thought were special. Wow. Confusing. Paul said, the one that throws you into confusion is going to get it done. He said, if I'm still preaching circumcision, why are these guys on my case? Why am I being persecuted by these other believers in Jesus? Why? He said, if I'm preaching circumcision, then the whole thing about the cross is abolished, and we just might as well be talking about Judaism. Is that clear? Clear as mud, right? Got it? Okay. Things are complicated in Galatians. And they're complicated intentionally so because these people want them to be confused. It can't be just about Jesus. It can't be that Jesus paid the price. It can't be that He's taken care of it. No. It's a little more complicated. Sometimes we feel that way, don't we? Sometimes it's got to be more complicated than what we do on Sunday morning. It's got to be more complicated than Jesus telling me that you're okay with me. It's got to be. But it's not. And if you fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, you won't get off the track. Unless someone intentionally cuts in on it and tries to confuse you. And that happens, folks. It happens. There are people that want your attention. They want your money. They want your allegiance. They want your dedication. And it doesn't have anything to do with Jesus. We encourage each other to focus on Jesus. This week we will live a life of worship because we focus on Jesus. Okay. Then he says something really, really interesting. In verse 12. As for those agitators, I wish they would go the whole way and emasculate themselves. Wow. That doesn't feel very good, does it? These people who are throwing you into confusion, these people who are trying to get your allegiance away from Jesus, he calls them an agitator. Somebody who's just constantly stirring things up, trying to get you upset with somebody else, trying to get you upset with this group or that group, or are these people or that. Agitators. He said, and they really want you to do some cutting. They want you to get a sharp knife, and they want you to remove a part of your feelings? Yeah. A spiritual person has very strong feelings. Being spiritual means about feeling things. Paul has very strong feelings. And we would say that, well, that's a negative strong feeling, isn't it? Is that okay as a spiritual person? Did Jesus have any strong negative feelings? Do you remember the last visit he did to the temple? So if you want to say a spiritual person is somebody who is a feeling, okay? Somebody who just doesn't feel. You know, it's okay. It's all good. Well, then you have a problem with Paul's definition of spirituality. Okay? Is it okay for you to get worked up about something? Yeah. You know, there's a problem if you don't get worked up about something. If you have no passion in life, if you just go along life going, this is Paul talking about spirituality. And this is us looking at it. You may or may not agree with Paul. Okay? Think about it. Think about it. It may change your whole understanding of Jesus. It may change your whole understanding of what we do every Sunday morning. Is it okay to have strong passion about that? Yes, it is. Is it a problem when you don't? Yeah, well, it might be. It might be that you've just kind of incorporated into some kind of religious ritual. Paul is going to call us back to what it means to be a spiritual person. He's going to call us back and remind us that there are people out there that will sidetrack you from that they intend to. And that you can get off the track. And you can lose sight about Jesus. And you might still be a religious person. Okay. Eunuchs. Spiritual eunuchs. Read the Old Testament, God abhorred the whole practice of making somebody a eunuch. You might have been castrated spiritually. Ouch. You might have let someone just keep cutting on you until there's nothing left. Paul said, come back to Jesus. He will make you a whole person. He will give you back that passion for life. He will give you back that passion for relationships for other people. He will not let you be lost and just drifting along out there. He is in the process of making you a whole person. Salvation, that's what that means. And this week He's going to be at work in your life. And this morning He's going to be at work in your life. Making you a whole person, a spiritual person, the way that you were meant to be. Which means today, putting one foot in front of the other, keeping your eyes on Jesus. Be around people that encourage you to do that. Be one of those people that encourages other people to do that. And meet when you need to meet. And if you don't need to meet, that's okay. Okay? There are no rules about that. You need your pace. You need your spiritual life. And you need to know that that's why Jesus died. Not just so you can be a member of some church. Your life begins now. You're a spiritual person now. With a very, very simple feast that Jesus put together. You take some bread and you remember that I have a body. And you take a little bit of juice and remember that I spilt my blood for you, so everything